Today we're checking out 3 ways of canceling from the open stance. Let's go. Now let's get started. Hello everyone, we're back with another video, and today we're checking out 3 ways of canceling from the open stance. Let's go. We're going to get in the first way of canceling from open stance. And today we're only going to check out the open stance ones, and we're going to make a whole new other video on how to cancel from closed stance because that's slightly different. So from the open stance is the easiest way to cancel, and I have Miss Skyla here with me, and we're going to just take a guarding stance and we're going to check it out. So the first way, if you ask me, first 2 ways are going to be the easiest ways. And the first one is by canceling and sending their kick, their leg towards the inside. When someone spams a lot with the front leg, a lot of front leg kicks, you are going to want to cancel them with your own leg pretty much. Of course, you can cancel with your arms as well, but your arms are shorter, so it's going to be easier to just go with the leg, all right? And before we get into it, and before we get a lot of comments that you cannot cancel anymore, I understand the rules say that, but the rules are not applied. And if you want to check out an update to the rules for 2023, check out our last video on that. So you can still cancel because the referees are not reinforcing it yet. Okay, so there's no reason for you to just stop doing it. So from here, if they attack with the front leg, the first way we said sending their leg towards the inside, which is going to leave you in a favorable angle, and you can easily follow up to the body or to the head based on your distance. So if I'm right here and she attacks me with the front leg, I'm sending it in, and from there I can follow up with a flop kick to the head. I just did it, but you can also do it on the body level. Again, depending on what distance you have and how big your opponent is, and how fast you want to land your scoring kick. So if I'm here, when you do it body level, obviously be careful to not land your kick into their back. So you got to land on depending how much they turn from your canceling technique. If someone is really strong, they're not going to turn that much, so you're able to actually kick on the chest guard over there and then go head level. Another thing I want to point out here is how do you cancel? Because that would be the biggest question if you never did it as much, or you're trying to do it. You want to cancel with the lower leg. So it's anything from the shin to the foot. You want to have it pretty much behind their thigh. So if their front leg is up here, I'm getting mine under here, and I have my shin behind theirs and also behind the thigh. Okay, you want to push behind their thigh. That's gonna force them to move that leg, okay? And obviously everyone is really strong, especially the high level competitions. They are really strong on the front leg, so the stronger they are is going to be hard, the harder it's going to be for you to cancel that. But just make sure you have good technique and you are not getting too much under. That's one mistake that I see from at canceling. Like, people try to get too much under here, and from here is not favorable for you because the weight of their leg is on yours too much, and you're not going to have enough power. Besides that, you're in a bad angle here. If you get too much under, they can release this kick to the head level right away. So if I get too much under, it's easier for them to touch your helmet, right? So you want to have good distance and only cancel with the lower part of your leg, from shin to all the way down. So let's try it again. If I'm here, I cancel there, and then I have good position to cancel here as well, to throw my kicks, as well. Another thing you want to look for is the front arm. Always have this arm active because the opponent can be much taller than you. It's going to be easier for them to touch your helmet while you still cancel them. So this arm, it's always here if I cancel. If I go here, this one stays active, okay? And another thing I want to point out, don't overdo it. Don't raise this one too much because they can land on your chest guard as well. So watch, if I do this, she can squeeze it right here and she can still score on me. Second way of canceling from open stance would be to get your leg right under, and you pretty much send it straight up. That's going to force your opponent to adjust their position, now depending on how flexible they are. If it's a taller opponent and they're very flexible, this is not going to work as well. It can still work because you are blocking the space, you are taking the space, so you still have to cancel, but you got to watch your head, all right? So this one works pretty easy. You get under their kick, you raise yours, you are going to lean backwards and raise yours straight up, and their kick is going to go up. Another key moment you want to look for here is their release point. It's much easier to cancel and actually have them move. If you release your cancel, why they release their kicks. For some reason, their leg becomes much lighter than just when they have it like this, all right? So watch, if I'm getting under and she's sending it, when she's releasing it, I'm trying it to send it all the way up. So if I'm here, up, and then you can follow easily with the back leg. So this one normally has a good follow-up on the back leg because your opponent is forced, because of the way you raise your leg, your opponent is going to be forced to adjust their balance. So most likely they want to put their leg down, or they might want to adjust backwards, so then you can throw right under with the back leg. So if I'm here, I'm going up and under right there, okay? One more time, I'm going to go up and under right there. The area you want to cancel with is the same, the lower leg from shin all the way down to the foot. The third way to cancel from open stance, and this is the hardest way, is by sending their kick towards the outside. And this is the hardest way because just of the way their leg is, when they attack you. So if they attack you with the leg up right here, it's going to be obviously harder to send it towards the outside because you have their knee here, and normally the momentum of their kicks would come this way. So you kind of have to counter the momentum of their kicks, which makes it harder. So it's not always going to work, but it's not a possibility for you with opponents that does work with. Okay, so if you are here, normally you open them up towards the outside, and you can continue here pretty easily. You have two good options here. It's either a short twist, again depending on the distance, or a next kick with that same leg. So if I'm here, I'm bumping towards the outside and I'm twist kicking there, or I'm bumping towards the outside and I'm following with the next kick on top right away. So again, here you're gonna have to watch which type of canceling is gonna work. And normally if you would spar, you would use all three. Depending on your opponent, you would try them with all three types of canceling, towards the inside, outside, and even the straight up, which is normally the easiest one. This is it for today. If you have other ways to cancel, please let us know in the comments. Otherwise, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. W1 out.